Hello everybody, this is Mike, and I'm going to give you a quick commentary on this map I built. But first I'm going to rush ahead. Check it out, ambient fish! The fish were done by, actually by Greg Johnson, who I asked if I could borrow some fish, and I don't know if you can even hear me over that thing. And I just really quickly grabbed the ambient fish script off of Unreal. See, you can. This is what they're supposed to look like, you know, just swimming around in the dim light of this cave. But the problem is the ambient fish script from Unreal, from UDN rather, isn't built for UDK. Stupid chunks. It's built for Unreal Tournament 3. And so a lot of things about the class actor have changed. So they can't actually follow the path that I put them on. But it's nice to have them there. See, look at them. They're adorable. Many, many thanks to Greg Johnson for letting me borrow his fish. But anyway, I might as well start at the beginning here. You know, you get that opening text, and I really hated putting that in because I really think you ought to be able to play a level without any exposition. You know, you ought to be able to define your goals without any exposition, and it's probably a shortcoming of me as a designer that I have. You'll see it coming up later, that you have this segment with a submarine later on, and the only way that I could think of to let you know that you could go inside the submarine and that you were supposed to was to have the character say aloud to himself, "I'd better go inside that submarine." I'd probably go and redesign that section and take out the sub, but anyway. So, here we have my very lovely bubble particle. I made this one myself. I kind of overdid it, because if you actually get inside the bubble particle, you get this illusion of motion standing in the middle of it. So, and especially when you stand in it, because the physics volume actually triggers more bubbles to show up to help you get the sense that you're supposed to go up when you get inside. A little bit of a miscalculation on my part, I think. But, you know, aside from that, other miscalculation is these bubble vents are physics volumes that are meant to propel you upwards. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't know why this is, but it's like the physics volume strength varies with the phases of the planet's moon. I just don't get it. You know, I think what it is that it's dependent on frame rate. Because, you notice I got the counter in the lower left corner. I got it set to 30 frames per second right now. And so, probably, it's reducing the strength of the physics volume by half. I don't know why that should be the case, but I may as well fly up here. Check it out, Brainfish! Another creation of Greg Johnson. Very gracious of him to give me permission to use his fish. But this is a little something I threw in to kind of draw the player forward. Get back here! No! I must go after him. So, if you saw in my other video, he flies off behind that rock, so that's where your attention goes. But then, oh no! I'm being attacked, but I wasn't paying attention because there was a brainfish. Talk about it. This guy's very, very persistent, but, so what was going on there is, when you actually hit here, they kind of come in on a path and start shooting at you. And I keyed a couple of regions to change the way that they move. So if you go back here, behind cover, the guy who's kind of getting up in your grill will come around to shoot at you. And also, the guy with the shock rifle is actually kind of a sniper who's standing up there shooting at you to begin with. And so, if you go down here, he'll actually jump down and pursue you along with his buddy. So, you can use this to kind of lure them into position for you to shoot. Now, it's really hard because you have this kind of powered down not shock rifle, this kind of powered down link gun. And your first instinct at close quarters is to bring this thing out and use the beam. But then you go up to beam him and he moves back, so this actually becomes one of the harder parts of my level, is fighting these two guys. But aside from that, we move forward here and we get into another jumping segment. Now, a kind of a motif that I was going with here is that you're not supposed to go near the red stuff, right? That's lava, you can't go there. Meanwhile, the bubbles are supposed to draw you forward. You're supposed to look at the bubbles and go, oh, I gotta go there. But people didn't quite get this. What I noticed is that when people actually play this level... Do I have God mode on? I might as well put it on. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on just so that I don't run into troubles while I'm trying to give commentary. What I noticed is that people saw this. And this is blue too, right? So it kind of suggests a path to people. And everybody would come over here and kind of get disoriented as soon as they came around into this place. They would be looking around thinking, oh, I must have to go over there. And so they'd jump up over here, they'd look around, you know, it kind of... This whole area kind of drew people into it, and then didn't have anything for them to find. So probably what I should do with this segment is add in some stuff to help you progress up there, over here, in case people do miss it, to offer, you know, a viable alternative path. Otherwise, people would come over here, notice the smoke vent, notice the bubbles, and they would actually try to jump up onto this, which, you notice, is viable. The gravity, you know, easily allows you to jump up there. So more power to you if you do it, but you actually skip a significant portion of this level doing it. You know, this part over here is really meant to just be set dressing, because this is kind of what lava looks like when it hardens into rock, you know? But people kind of mistook it for being the path, and that's kind of on me, you know? Maybe I should have just left it out and let people think, oh, that's lava, I can't go there. But really what you're supposed to do is jump up over the second vent, and then there's this thing. And again, you kind of have this leaking vent thing. And uh-oh, there's a third guy. This is kind of getting into what we were talking about with the encounter design, where you kind of... I realized you kind of always want there to be one more guy. You kind of want there to be a surprise waiting for you. And so in this level, I tried to have people lying in wait to attack you. You know, I had the guys come around down there and react to your movement over there, and I had one more guy waiting for you up here, ready to surprise you. And that I found made for a much more exciting encounter than what I was doing before when I was trying to make kind of that Far Cry Metal Gear Solid patrol path thing. Yeah, this is going to be probably too weak in order for me to actually get up there, but I'm going to try it. Yeah. You see, those things really launch you back if you try to jump through them. Yeah, it's got to be the frame rate. It's got to be that the physics volumes depend on the frame rate for their velocity. That's the only thing I can think of. That it, like, updates your velocity every frame or something like that. Because just a minute ago, before I was recording, they worked perfectly.